Hello, good evening, and welcome to another Life Impact service. I'm so excited that you could be with us here tonight. We love our Tuesday night Life Impact, just a dose of inspiration and encouragement right at the beginning of the week to get you through the rest of the week. I want to say peace to you all of you all who are joining, peace to you. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you, and I trust that you will be blessed and you will be encouraged. And while we give a few more seconds for some others to jump on, I want to invite you, if you haven't already, not only like tonight's stream, but I want you to share it with somebody. Share it and say, hey, Pastor V is online doing Life Impact. You want to make sure you join us this evening because I'm sure she has something that's going to be a blessing. So go ahead and share that with the people on your page. And again, to those who are just joining, I want to say happy Tuesday and peace to you this evening. All right, so I'm going to allow a few more seconds just to have some people jump on. And I want to invite you all. If you are in the Central Florida area, if you are a man, I want to invite you this Saturday, yes, this Saturday, to join us for the Reigning in Life Men's event. Now, you can find the registration information on our Facebook page. Dr. Andre is hosting an incredible men's event. The morning session is just for men, and you do have to register. So if you're in the Central Florida area and you're a man, I encourage you, whether you're a young man or that one of the latter years, you don't want to miss this morning session. It is going to be absolutely amazing. So after the stream tonight, I want you to hop on over, get that registration information, and I want you to register. Now, for all of the rest of us, I want to invite you to attend the Saturday night session. The Saturday night session is open to the public, and we'll also be streaming it here live on Facebook and on YouTube. So I want to invite you to join us on Saturday evening. Man, Doc has an incredible word that everybody can be blessed by, women, men, everybody. So I want to invite you this coming Saturday. We'll have the details for you. Join us for our stream. It'll be shortly after 6:30 p.m. So again, jump on with us this Saturday. You are sure to be blessed. Amen. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into it tonight. And again, last but not least, if you're just hopping on, I want to say peace to you. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Life Impact. And I want to thank you for joining. So let's get into it. The last time I was on, I talked about dreaming, right? And so I encourage you to not only keep dreaming, but to dream big and to dream often. And so I hope, pray, and trust that that's exactly what you're doing. I hope that you are dreaming big, that you are dreaming again, and that you are dreaming as often as possible. And so as we transition into the latter part of the year, right? We're going into the end part of the year, the latter months of the year. I want to give you a dose of inspiration to get you to kick it up a notch. Come on, let me see that in the comments. Tell somebody it's time for you to kick it up a notch, right? That's what I want to do tonight. I want to encourage and inspire you to go ahead and kick it up a notch. All right. And then that leads me to the title of tonight's Life Impact, which is The Big Push. Yes, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. The big push. Like I said, it's my goal to light a fire under you so you kick it up a notch as we go into this latter part of the year. So when you think about pursuing our goals and our dreams and our desires, right? The level of drive you have towards them, it has to be managed. Now, that might be something that's new to you. Maybe nobody has ever told you that before, but it is indeed 100% true. The drive, that the level of drive that you have towards the pursuit of those things, those desires, those goals, and those dreams, it has to be managed. Well, you might say, well, Pastor V, why? Why do I have to manage my drive when it comes to these things? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm happy to tell you why. The reason why you have to manage your drive towards these things is because sometimes we tend to fall into these categories. So let me talk about what we tend to fall into sometimes if we don't manage them. One of the things that we can fall into if we don't manage our drive towards our dreams, our desires, and our goals is comfort. Yes, comfort. And I'm coming down your street if this is you. See, sometimes what happens is we get comfortable, right? And we feel like, okay, well, I've crossed a few things off my goal list, checked a couple of things off my vision board. I'm gonna coast the rest of the year. I feel like I've done good. Pat on the back. Good job. I'm comfortable. Mhm. That might be you. And I'm here to tell you, mm-mm, none of that. We're not gonna fall into comfort, right? And that's why we have to manage our drive, because sometimes we do. We literally get comfortable. We talk ourselves into thinking, hey, I've done enough. It's good. I'm gonna just coast on through the rest of the year. Because you know what happens? It's getting ready to be fall. You know, the weather's about to change. We're getting ready to go into a few major holidays. So we tend to just say, I'm good. All right, what's the next one? The next reason why we have to manage our drive is because sometimes we're just too easy on ourselves, right? Sometimes we let ourselves off the hook. And you have to ask yourself, okay, have I been letting myself off the hook? What does that look like? That might mean, I didn't really accomplish my goals like I wanted to. I didn't really go as hard as I could have towards my goals and my dreams. And, instead of really being hard on myself like I should, I'm gonna just make a couple of excuses to justify it. Well, see, the reason why I didn't do it was because. Have you told yourself that lately? Have you said, the reason why I didn't do that is because? We've all been there, done that, right? And so this is one of the reasons why our drive has to be managed, so that we don't go too easy on ourselves, and so that we don't make excuses for not accomplishing, but that we tell the truth, and that we be, a little bit hard on ourselves and push ourselves, right? Another reason why we have to manage our drive is because we can tend to slow down, right? You might be the person that has gone hard all year, 110%, you know, you've done it, you've accomplished it, you've hit it, and then you like, okay, I need to take a break. I've been going hard all year. The rest of the stuff that's on this list, next year. It's a next year thing. How many people have said that? Come on, it's okay to tell the truth. I've been there. I've done that. We mark that. We say, yeah, that's a next year thing. That's not a now thing. We're gonna put that. That's a next year thing. So that's also one of the reasons why we have to manage our drive, so that we can say, hey, I know I have an opportunity to slow down. I know I've been a rock star. I know I've accomplished. I know I've done great. But hey, now is not the time to slow down, right? And then the last reason why we have to manage our drive is because of time. Some of us have looked at the calendar, it says September, and you know what we've done? We've said, okay, I'm just writing off the rest of this year. 2022 is basically a wrap, because before you know it, it's going to be New Year's anyway. So I'm just start over next year. Whatever I've done, it is what it is. Next year's going to be the year. Now, see, I'm here to tell you what we believe at the embassy, though, is that we believe in pushing and pursuing and going after until the very last day of the year. We don't believe in giving up. We don't believe in getting comfortable. We don't believe in slowing down. We don't believe in writing off time. We believe that you push all the way until the absolute very end. And when I think about this kind of dogmatic push, I think about prophetess, right? Prophetess Dr. Pam. If you could put like her, if you look at the definition of push in the dictionary, her picture would literally be there, because she is such a great example of this. Prophetess will push and push and push until she hits her goals, until she has her desires, until her dreams are accomplished. She does not believe in giving up. So we have a great example of that, right? And so I'm here to encourage you. Be like prophetess. Be a pusher. Don't ever stop believing. Don't ever stop dreaming. Don't ever stop pursuing until you reach your goal. And so again, I came to encourage you, don't give up and don't let up, and certainly don't write off the rest of this year. There is still plenty of time. I know you're looking at the calendar. I know it says September, and then we're already moving pretty quickly through September, but there is still plenty of time left in this year, you all, to see your dreams, to see your hopes and your desires come to pass. There's still plenty of time. And so what I want to do tonight, for our life impact, we're talking about the big push, is I want to give you some tips, right? I want to give you 5 tips to get or keep this momentum going throughout the end of the year and then over into next year, right? Because I want you to have an end, I want you to have a successful end to 2022. Here at the embassy, this is our year where we believe we are graced to prosper. So there's still a lot of prosperity that can happen at the end of 2022. So I want to give you some things that you can practice, that you can implement, and that you can do to, like I said, either kickstart that momentum. Maybe you've gotten comfortable, maybe you've written off the year. So I want to give you some tips to kickstart that momentum, or if you're trying to slow down, to keep it going. All right. So we're going to go quickly over 5 tips for you for finishing out the end of 2022 really, really strong. We're going to give it a big push, right? So the first thing I want to encourage you to do is to make a decision to push and make the most of what's left in the rest of this year. I want you to commit tonight. And I want to see your commitment in the chat. I want you to say, I commit. Come on, let me see it. I want you to commit to make a decision and push and make the most of the rest of this year that you have left. We still have plenty of time, like I said. I don't want you to count out the rest of this year and assume that it's not long enough. I want to quickly share with you my testimony. I know this is, not the spiritual night, but I want to share with you what happened to me. At the beginning of the year, I put together my goals and I put my dreams and my vision up on my vision board. And I put my dream car there. I said, this is the year that I want to get my dream car. And in my mind, I had already kind of decided, maybe it was based on circumstance. Maybe it was because it was a bigger ticket item that this is most likely going to be like an end of the year kind of thing because, we'll need to get some things lined up. But I'm going to tell you about not only the grace of God, but just about keeping you just believing and keeping your mind open. Believe it or not, that was the first thing that happened in quarter 1 on my vision board that I was able to cross off. That was literally the first thing. It was the biggest thing on my vision board. And it was the first thing that I was able to mark as done. And it happened in quarter 1 within the first 3 months of the year. So I'm here to tell you, there's still 4 months left. There's still plenty of time even for the big stuff to happen. So I'm here to encourage you, even by my testimony. Don't write it off. There's still plenty of time. So I want you to commit tonight to make the most of the time that you have left in 2022. Give it a big push and see some of those dreams and those goals and those desires come to pass. Now, the second tip I want to give you and encourage you to do, now this is something that I do personally, and that is get a new planner. So here's the story behind that. Me personally, I'm a very visual person. And so I buy very nice planners. They're very colorful. They have stickers and, I buy the pens and do the whole thing. And so by the time this time of the year rolls around, if I'm honest, the planner is worn, right? Because I've been using it for, over a year now, so the pages are kind of bent and, it's been squished down and pushed around and, the wire starts to move a little bit. So by this time of the year, the planner just kind of starts to look a little tired. And so even though I have a little bit of time left where I can still use the planner, I make the personal investment and commitment to go ahead and buy a new planner. I do that for several reasons. Well, the first thing is, if you're a planner user, there is nothing like a fresh planner, right? Those nice new bright pages. It's got the stickers are in there because by this time I've used all the stickers. It's got a brand new pack of stickers there. It's nice and fresh. And not only that, I can not only forecast for the end of this year, but now I also have my months for next year. So now I can see into the following year. So what does that do, right? That gets me, first of all, I'm transferring all of my major events and things I have going on at the end of the year. I'm taking it out of the old planner and I'm rewriting it in the new planner. What is that doing? I'm reaffirming all of the things that I have to look forward to at the end of 2022, at the end of the year. I'm marking in the holidays. I'm marking in the church and the special occasions. I happen to be born in the last quarter, so I'm writing all my birthday notes in and plans for that. And so I'm reaffirming all the things that I have to look forward to at the end of the year. And not only that, now that I'm excited about the end of the year, I have this fresh new planner, this nice, crisp new tool to plan with. Now I'm also thinking, wow, I can see into next year. I can even begin to flip over into next year and forecast and write notes about some things that I might want to do next year. So I'm excited to not only take this momentum into the end of 2022, but now I'm even excited about 2023 because now I can begin to make notes. I can look and see where things fall. I can sticker important dates. So now I'm just excited in general and I'm just ready to roll. And so that's one of the things that I like to do at the end of the year, not to fall into this end of the year slump where I've kind of written off the end of the year. I'm kind of not as excited. I feel like I've accomplished it. Now I'm done. No, this is how I kickstart my momentum. Because truth be told, you want to go into the new year already rolling. You don't want to say, oh, I'll get started at the beginning of the year. No, you want to be started now. So by the time January rolls around, you already have momentum and you are ready to tackle 2023 with everything that you have within you. So that's just a trick or a tip to help you get excited about the end of the year and even forecast for the next year. Now, another tip I want to offer is to review your goals and your vision board. And here is why I want you to do that. I want you to look at them and I want you to assess them and I want you to say, hey, is there anything that I can accomplish within the next 30 or 60 days? So I want you to literally look at it and pick something that you can do, that you can plan out. And this may take you a little bit of time because you may have to really assess, but I want you to do it. I want you to pick a goal or a vision item or something that you can accomplish within the next 30 to 60 days. And then what I want you to do is I want you to plan it out. And then I want you to follow that plan and actually do it. Why? Why do I want you to do that? Because you want to find something you can accomplish quickly so you can get a win. Why is it important that you get a win at the end part of this year? Because there is nothing like a win or nothing like marking done or accomplished on a vision or a goal to kickstart momentum to get you to keep going. So you need to get a win and you need to get one quickly. So I want you to do that. I encourage you to do it tonight. Look at your goals, look at your vision board. Find something that you can accomplish quickly and actually push yourself to do it so you can get a win as we go into this last part of the year so you can kickstart your momentum so that you can keep winning. That's what I want to encourage you to do. Get a quick win ASAP to kickstart that momentum. And then that leads me into the next tip. Then after that, I want you to set other goal time limits, meaning maybe there's something on your board that you can accomplish in the next 90 days. Go ahead and set that up as the next thing you're going to accomplish. See, according to this system, you might have something you can do in 30 days, something you can do in 60 days, something you can do in 90 days. Look, in just that span of time, you can accomplish 3 things. So I want you to really assess and then set some other goal time limits. It's so important, you all, that sometimes we put ourselves in constraint. Because sometimes if you don't set a time limit or a time frame, it'll just be this indefinite thing that doesn't have a sense of urgency. So by setting other goal times, you create a sense of urgency for yourself and you have to hold yourself accountable. You say, hey, I'm going to set this goal. I'm going to accomplish this. And then you begin to ask yourself, what can I do to accomplish this? Is there something I can do to make some extra money to do it? Is there something that I can give up for a little while to get this done? Is there another resource I can access to accomplish this? You begin to be creative and come up with creative ways in which you can get it done when you set a limit. And you got to motivate yourself and push yourself and say, hey, I'm not ending this year without accomplishing more of my goals. So I want to encourage you, set some other goal time limits, hold yourself accountable and get it done. There's still time to accomplish many more, at least 3. I mentioned at least 3 more goals by the close of this year. And then the last one is to get an accountability partner, right? Now, for those of us who are married, you can use your spouse for this. And then if not, that's okay. You can use your sisters and brothers in the Lord, your friends or family members. You just use somebody that you trust, that you know is going to hold you accountable and not let you off the hook. You know, if you remember at the embassy, the ladies know, I asked them in the minute, how you doing with your vision board? How's your dream big packet coming? because I believe I'm supposed to help hold them accountable. I'm supposed to help push them to be better. I'm not supposed to let people be around me and be slackers. I'm committed to winning, and then everybody around us, we've determined we're going to have them committed to winning. Same thing with Prophetess. She asked, how are we doing? How are we accomplishing? What are we working on? And so get an accountability partner so you can have somebody to help hold you accountable to accomplishing your dreams, to accomplishing your goals, and to not be a slacker at the end of 2022. So I hope that this was encouraging to you. I hope that you are inspired to give yourself the big push. There is still plenty of time left in 2022 to accomplish your dreams, to have your desires, and see all that you hope for come to pass. So do it. If you need somebody to cheer you on, I'm here to cheer you on and tell you, go ahead and get it done. There's still plenty of time left. And hey, tell me when you do. I want to hear from you. And lastly, I want to invite you to join me tomorrow for our Wednesday night Bible class, Retain to Reign service at 7:30 p.m. I promise you it will be an absolute blessing to you. Well, that's it for tonight. I just want to say thank you again for joining me. I love you. I want to see you prosper and go with grace.